Hey, what's up, Uncle Jesse here in Chelsea? Well, earlier today I put up a picture of a building of a donut shop that used to be on 23rd and 8th, and some people told me that, well, one or two people told me they thought it was 7th Avenue. Actually, it wasn't 7th Avenue. And actually, when I put up a picture, I usually like to do my research. So most of the times it is pretty accurate. So I left my house and I came to Chelsea just to prove my point, because I'm like that. All jokes aside, I'm smiling, folks. All jokes aside, I do these videos because I love my people in Chelsea, and past and present. So yeah, so I'm standing in the corner, and in that corner back there, it used to be the donut shop that I showed in the picture. And the reason you can't see the train station, that somebody says, where's the train station, is because the train station used to be covered by a newsstand. It was one of those old green newsstand, and behind it was two telephones on the side. So that's why you couldn't see the donut shop too clearly. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see there, let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, right there, this train station. So behind it in the corner there where those garbage bags are, that used to there used to be two telephones there. And then of course in front of it, on the side of it, was the newsstand, and that's why you couldn't see the thing. Now there's a Detroit pizza shop next to it, and there's other businesses. And across the street, actually around the corner, is a Popeyes. And there goes 8th Avenue there, okay? And then the bank, where there used to be a bank, and that's BBQ's, and where Chicken Delight was, and the electronic place, and the jewelry store, and the Carvel in the corner. So yeah, folks, so it's changed a lot. So, so like I said, I love doing these videos for my people in Chelsea, especially those who moved away, who haven't come down to Chelsea in a while, and don't know how it looks. So I'm walking over to somebody actually asked me, was in the YMCA on that block, and which it is. It's almost, the YMCA is, or was, almost on 23rd Street, almost on 7th Avenue. Well, they converted it now into a Crunch gym, and that's what it is now. So I'm gonna take you down there so you can see it. The library is still there, right next to it, and that's been there for many years. But I'm gonna show you the gym, what it looks like. Okay, so stay tuned. So, folks, I'm standing in front of the what used to be the YMCA. You can see it's a gym now. You can see that. It's a gym by the name of Crunch, the Crunch gym. And then over here, I'll show you the public library still here. Behind me is the public library. It's been there for many, many years. Geez, I remember when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, they used to take us to that. They used to take us to the library, and it's still there. And the Crunch gym is where the YMCA used to be. So yeah, it's changed a lot down here, 23rd Street. The hotel, the Chelsea Hotel, let me show you, is being under construction. I don't know what they're doing. They're gutting out the rooms, and they're doing something to it. Even though it is a landmark, so they can't tear it down. But there is some kind of thing going on there. Okay, so I'm in front of the Chelsea Hotel. And anybody remembers the Quixote? It says it's open for business, but it's actually not. It's closed down. And there goes the building, and they're doing some kind of construction. They're gutting out the rooms, that you can see in there. And but it is definitely a landmark, and they can't knock it down. So they're just probably gutting it out to do something. So, folks, the restaurant there used to be called East of 8th. Unfortunately, it closed down. This is the sign of the times, folks, as all these places are closing down. The theater, which will hopefully be opening up soon, Chelsea Cinema, now they changed it to Cinepolis. Well, so says Chelsea. And there goes the corner of 8th Avenue, and let me take a picture of that. Yep, so. But folks, a lot of changes around here, especially on 8th Avenue. Even the Boston market, there used to be a Boston market here, and unfortunately went out of business. Another signs of the times. Let me move out of here. Somebody's coughing in my face. Well, folks, behind me used to be part of the, well, it used to be the Gap, but years before that used to be the 5 and 10, the lampstands, 5 and 10. And that's all closed off. Another tragedy of, of the times of the COVID. And it's sad. I'm walking up 8th Avenue, and 8th Avenue was so active back in the days, in the 70s and the 80s, very active. And then the gays came in and fixed up the community. Really, they did, and put up little stores, boutiques, and all kind of, and some bars and stuff, and really did a lot for the community. And unfortunately, they got priced out, and a lot of them are gone, and a lot of businesses are empty because they just signs of the times. They just can't keep up. So I'm walking over here. Let me nobody. This is okay. So let me get out of the way here because this is kind of crazy. This over here used to be this Rite Aid used to be the Red Apple supermarket, if people remember Red Apple. Okay, so I'm crossing 8th Avenue now, and I'm heading toward I'm heading toward 10th. I'm on 8th Avenue. I'm actually heading toward 9th Avenue into the projects. So bear with me. Let me show you some of how 8th Avenue looks like. Okay, very slowly. So there goes the Rite Aid I was talking about. Used to be the Red Apple, and you have a bagel place there. They have a dollar pizza. That place right there with the lights is closed down. Signs of the times, and just a lot of signs of the times, folks. There used to be a fruit stand back there. There used to be a dry cleaner. Well, the dry cleaners are still there, but it's different. It was different back then. And yeah, folks, this is 8th Avenue. Looking up, I know it's nighttime. Looking up south, I was looking up north, and I was trying to get here before sundown, but unfortunately I couldn't. But this is it, folks. And this is the co-ops. Okay, I'm actually walking on 25th Street toward 9th Avenue. On this side over here, you'll see St. Columba Church, and there goes the nuns' residence. Then that used to be the school. I don't know if they have school there no more. The bingo downstairs, that thing on the basement there, you see and that goes to church. I was baptized in that church, folks, in 1960. Oh my God, I shouldn't even say 1963. That's St. Columba. And there goes the residence for the priest, for the father. So it's very windy out here, and I'm walking toward 9th Avenue right now. Things have definitely changed, folks. Things have definitely changed, and it's kind of quiet out here. You can see very quiet out here compared to other times. I guess it's cold. A lot of people are still scared to come out. Very understanding of that. And yeah, so let me flip you around to the corner, and there goes a big building there. That used to be the parking lot, actually, for the housing projects, for the Chelsea Elliott houses. That used to be the parking lot. They took it away. The city sold it or leased it, and now it's a big residential building there. Yep. And there goes the Empire Diner. Used to be Grant's Bar, for those who remember. And a bunch of other businesses are there along the way. So folks, I'm walking, this is behind me is what they used to call the Whitey Park, which is probably politically incorrect now, but we all know it as the Whitey Park. Yes, for many years, no offense taken. That's what we called it. It wasn't, it was it was times that we just, that was the way it was called. Nowadays people have become a little bit more insensitive, but anyway, but it was always called the Whitey Park, and it was just a name. And over here is the rec center, the community center here, which is part of what used to be a parking lot here. My father worked there for a number of years. And let me show you some of the buildings and projects. And that's 443 there, and 446 where I was born. That building over there around the corner. This is 443, and this is the side of 443. And these are some of the old houses that are still here, that actually been fixed up real nice. They've been real nice, fixed up. Okay, folks, and this is what they call the backyard. Well, some people call it the backyard, some people call it the front yard. I don't know why. I always called it the backyard because I lived on the other side, and to me that was the front yard, this was the backyard. But whatever it is, this is the big courtyard over here of the projects. And let me see if I can show you across the street, because a lot has changed. Matter of fact, I put up a picture not too long ago of these old things that the kids used to play on, and it's no longer there. It's all changed. And now they have this big ugly thing there, and it's changed a lot, folks. It really has. And this is the building that's 443 over there, and this is where the kids play now. There used to be a spider there that kids could jump on and everything and play with it. There used to be over here in this corner used to be a thing they call it was like a teepee, and the kids used to play on that. And the foreground behind there used to be like a rocket, and kids used to play on it, but they broke it a number of times, and then they gave up on that. And there was something else in the other corner there, I forgot what it was. And this is 466, and this is the building, this is the back and the basement of 264, where I am going. And there goes some of those houses across the street, which have been fixed up. Over here, this one, they added about 3 floors to this, which is amazing. And this building over here is being gutted out and fixed up on top. So it is definitely changed a lot. And folks, I'm approaching my destination, the corner of 25th and 10th Avenue. And as you can see, this building here, look at the size of that building. That building used to be, years ago, it was there was actually an auto body shop there. And then before that, it was something else. I forgot what it was, but it was all like garages and, car stuff. That parking lot has survived all these years among all these new buildings around. That parking lot, I don't know how it has survived. And across the street, Joe's Bar, which is no longer Joe's Bar, but the building still stands. It's all boarded up where the bar was. So I don't know what's going on there. But that's Joe's Bar, for those who remember. I remember it a lot. Here goes, welcome to Elliott Houses. And across the street, where this cold storage place used to be, they turned it into a school. It's called Horizons. And it was all gutted out and turned into a school. So, yeah, called Horizons. And you can see some of 10th Avenue up there. I know I got to do one of these videos during the day, but I know it's kind of dark here, but this is how looking up north looks like. And none of these buildings were back there years ago, and now they are. Actually, you can see the building, the edge up there, and that's it's a building. You can go up there. I think it's 100 stories up, and you can actually go up there and look down on a glass floor, and it's way up there. And looking down that way, looking up south there, you see, you can't see it, but it used to be Pancho's grocery store, very well known, and a restaurant called by Pachang, and then owned by Norma and Junior. And there used to be a diner there. I think it was, I forgot that, I think the guy's name was Mike. There was a diner there, and there was a couple other stores going that way, but I've shown that in my other videos. So anyway, folks, I just wanted to make that short video to show you, I started out on 8th Avenue and 23rd Street, because I put up a picture of 8th Avenue and 23rd Street in a donut shop, and some people were debating. And it's okay to debate, but you know, they were, I guess, you know, they weren't too sure. But just to make sure, this is nothing about arguments, but just to make sure, I went out and did some pictures and did a video of the area so that you could see it. Okay. When I usually put up pictures or videos, I like to be as accurate as possible, and I always ask for help if I'm not too sure of something. I will ask for help, because I don't want to post up a picture and not be accurate, right? So I don't like to do that. So when I do put up a picture, rest assured that I've done my homework, I've done my research, and I try to do as, like I said, as close as possible, as close as I remember. If I don't, I ask the experts. I always ask people who lived in the neighborhood for a while to make sure that I am really, it's really as accurate as possible. So with that said, I'm going to end my tour here. I like to keep the videos short so that I can download them, and that's it, folks. And I hope you have a great weekend. I love my people in Chelsea. Keep your mask on. This thing is not over, far from over. And what can I say? Just be careful. Love you guys. Also, folks, I've heard that a young man passed away a couple weeks ago in Chelsea. We've had a lot of losses lately in Chelsea. You know, I can't mention each one of them by names, but I know we've lost quite a few people in the past couple weeks from Chelsea, and I just want to say that may they all rest in peace, and there's a special spot in heaven for people in Chelsea. I really do believe that, especially the people here in the projects. I think there's a special place for us in heaven, and we'll meet again someday up there. Rest in peace until we do that, really. And you know, I hate to lose people in my neighborhood. Anyway, folks, God bless you guys and have a great weekend.